This is PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Travis tested waters, help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Travis tested waters, help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you.
Hey guys, it's me Travis with PlayerProps.ai, and this is what we're looking at for Monday Night Football. Now, normally what our schedule's been the entire NFL season is on Tuesdays we record a Thursday Night Football episode. On Fridays, well, this is specific to NFL. So Tuesdays we record Thursday, Thursdays we record Sunday, and Fridays we record Monday. But because we now are having Saturday games, it's being pushed forward a little bit to where our Monday, instead of being recorded on Friday, it's been recorded on Monday. And the benefit to this is if there's any injury concerns, they're typically not prevalent because we're recording this day of. I just went back to all the YouTube videos. If you factor in concussions that you can't control and factor in the predefined ban lists we have inside of our Discord, which again, you need to be joining that because you don't have any excuses. We have not missed in 11 days, so knock on wood there. Give me a second. My morning routine always starts off with a protein shake, and if you drink those on a regular basis, sometimes it makes your mouth chalky, and so I drink it, I turn on the stuff, and I automatically hear the sound from having chalkiness. So yeah, anywho, besides that, we're on 11 days here. We hit our Sunday night episode. We hit our both Thursday shows. If you remove concussions that you can't control, and you remove anything I said that was already predetermined on a ban list, we have not missed in 11 days, and that's the streak we're on that we're trying to continue with. As long as you listen to the words that come out of my mouth, you will be a successful bettor. So if you are watching this show and you're not having success, that means you're not listening. And that's as simple as that. You're like, oh, I'm using the app and I'm doing this and I'm still not having success. First off, it's okay. The world isn't going to end. As long as you realize you're not having success and you can understand that you're not having success because you're not listening to what I'm telling you, you need to ask questions. The only way that you can be a successful bettor is by trying to be a successful bettor. And how do you try to be a successful bettor? You get into the Discord, you subscribe to the YouTube channel, you get the PlayerProps.ai app. First off, those three things are 100% free. It costs you $0. All it does is cost you effort. And if you can't do the effort part, then you're never going to have a chance to be successful. I mention this in almost every episode that 99% of sports bettors, they're not successful. You have to be part of that 1% elite. And if you think that you can be part of the 1% elite just by tailing random people that you find on Twitter or whatever, that's just the textbook definition of insanity. The only way you can be part of the elite 1% is by trying to be part of the elite 1%. If you want to have any hopes of being a profitable sports bettor, that is the whole purpose of PlayerProps.ai existing. I'm not going to make you the best sports bettor in the world, but I'm going to set you up for the best chance to be part of the 1%. The only people out of everybody in the world who bets on sports who are profitable month over month. If you want to have a chance of that, you have to listen to the words that come out of my mouth. If you want to do your own thing, then enjoy being part of the 99% of people who do not have success. You have to get in the Discord. You don't have any excuses. Oh, I don't have Discord. I'm not a Discord person. I don't want to be in the... Too bad. This is how it works. I've designed something that is foolproof. I designed something that works for everybody who applies themselves. All you have to do is just do what I say and just try to be better. And I can help you get better. The people I can't help get better are the people that don't try. So if you have only ever watched these YouTube videos and you've never downloaded the app or never gotten to the Discord, never started asking questions or getting feedback on things you find off the app from the 20,000 members that are in the Discord, I have time to help everybody in the world, but I can only help people who try to help themselves. You have to listen to the words that come out of my mouth. If you do the bare minimum, you get the bare minimum. If you do less than the bare minimum, you get less than the bare minimum. If you try everything in your power to be better, then you set yourself up for the best chances to be better. Stop being lazy. Ask questions, get answers, be better. Make that your 2026 New Year's resolution. I'm going to actually start listening to the words that come out of Travis's mouth and start being a better, making better betting decisions, as opposed to just lighting my money on fire all 2026 like I did all 2025. I don't think anybody wants you to do that. I don't think your family, nobody wants you to light your money on fire. So why are you persistent on doing that? Stop it. Just listen to the words that come out of my mouth, and you will lose less in 2026 than you lost in 2025. I guarantee it. So let's go ahead and find something for tonight's game. If we don't love anything here, there are some NBA games, there are college basketball, there's NHL, so we have a lot of things to do to look at, but we're going to start with the NFL and see if there's anything we like. So the first thing I want to draw attention to, so what I'm doing here is I'm scrolling to what I like is scrolling to a part of the screen that has a player on both sides, so we can see the defensive matchups for each. So look at these colors here underneath each player. We see that the San Francisco defense is pretty stout. They've given up a decent amount of yards this season, but the last 3 games, there's only 3 other teams that have allowed fewer passing yards than the San Francisco 49ers. Then we look over here and we look against the Colts. The Colts have given up the 3rd most passing yards in the NFL this season, and they've been pretty consistent on giving up yards the last 3 weeks or last 3 games, 7th most. So this green, this here means we could potentially target an underplay for a Colts receiving option. This means we can potentially target an overplay for a 49ers receiving option. So now that we have that in mind, we're going to go to our handy dandy filter, and we're going to remove baby lines. We don't want to see baby lines. And if you're like, what is a baby line? There's a channel in Discord. You know that thing you should be in because it's mandatory and you have 0 excuses for not joining it? There's a channel in there. It's called Trifectas. Go through that channel, click on the video in there. Everything will make sense. There's only 2 players in this entire game that are not baby lines. And the positive is they both are on the team that is versing a green defense. The negative is that they both have a negative difference. So even though they have a cupcake matchup, their lines are so inflated that the projection does not exceed that. And we're not going under on a player versing a green defense. So what do we know? There is no receiving yards play for this game. So what we're going to do is we're going to reset our filters. Click reset, click apply. And now we're going to switch to passing yards because it still uses the green. So so we're going to look here. Brock Purdy, negative, so the green doesn't matter there. Phillip Rivers versing a defense that's stout does have a projection that is less than his line, so he does have an underplay. It looks like the sports books barely favor the over, so the under's minus 111, the over's minus 113. But I don't think I would ever go under on quarterback passing yards in the NFL that's this low of a line. Like, he doesn't need to be awesome to hit this. Like, he can be trash and still hit this line. And there's not really much difference between his projection and his passing yards line anyway. But, yeah. So there's no passing or receiving yards play for this game. So we're going to go to another stat. This is how you use the app. It is not how you force plays, which is what we're avoiding. We're not forcing plays. This is how you use the app. So again, we have a player from each team. We know the Colts have been pretty stout in not allowing rushing yards. I know we have CMC, the second best running back in the league behind RJ Harvey, who should be in the running for Rookie of the Year with his 12 rushing touchdowns, I think he has now, or 12 total touchdowns. Yeah, so CMC's versing the Colts. The Colts have a super stout defense. There's only 3 teams in the NFL that have allowed fewer rushing yards this season and in the last 3. But even though CMC still has projection that's lower than his line, the negative 3.3 difference, there's no gap there. There's no edge. So we're not going to target his backup because his line is so low. It's a baby line. And we can't target Jonathan Taylor because his line is so high that even if there's a... Like, this is an insane line. I remember... What was it? It was a lot. Was it the playoffs last year where we had like Saquon Barkley, like 128 like rush yards was his line? Something crazy. So he hasn't gotten more than 87 yards the past 3 games. Sportsbooks are minus 114 over or under, minus 110 over, so they slightly favor the under. Jonathan Taylor can crush it at any given point. He had 244 here against Atlanta. San Francisco's kind of in the middle of the pack. They were a orange, and that is a color that we have. I don't know if that's like something that somebody has invented in the past, but if not, we're going to lay claim to being the founding members of the orange. Orange, of course, is this color here: yellow, orange. So if you're like, what color is this? Is this red? Is this yellow? Is this green? It is orange with a Y. Y-O-R-A-N-G-E. I had to pause there because I didn't want to sound stupid, even though orange sounds stupid by itself. So the Colts are out of the playoffs. No, I think they're not out of the playoffs yet. Give me a second here. I'm pulling up the playoff standings. So it's important to pay attention to a lot of things at the end of the season. One of them is the playoff standings. Okay, so there's 3 games left for the Colts. The Colts are 8-6. So what is it? There's 4 divisions, and then there's 3 wild cards because there's 1 bye. So there's 7 teams that go. Colts right now are sitting in the 8th spot. So for the Colts to go to the playoffs, I think they need Houston to win no more games. I don't know if they have the tiebreaker over Houston, but essentially they need to win out to give themselves a chance. So that's the reason why they got Phillip Rivers out of retirement. They're like, holy crap, this is the best chance we've had of making the playoffs. And our Lord and Savior Danny Jones, what was it? The Achilles snapped his Achilles, I believe. And they're like, man, our backup is so bad. We put all of our focus on Danny Dimes, and now we have one of the worst backups in the league, Phillip Rivers. I know you're all rusty. And you're just a sack of bones, or I'm going to say a sack of bones. He's probably like twice the weight he was when he retired. Regardless, can you come and help us get to the promised land? And so that's essentially why he's back, if you're curious, because they don't want to have this entire season. I think if they win out, I don't know if they win out, if they're automatically in, or if they still need the Texans to lose a game, because they have Texans won. They're now 10-5. So they're going to put up a fight, which is important because any player prop you ever lock in should always have some narrative, some game script to what's going to happen. So let's look at first. Okay, so the money line, this is the money line predictor. Rule of thumb, if you want to bet money lines, if this is ever read, do not bet either team's money line. This means stay away from the money lines. But right now, San Francisco is a minus 270 money line, which means the sportsbooks give them roughly a 73% chance to win. Our AI says, yeah, they'll probably win this game, but it shouldn't be as high as 73. It should be a 64%, but they still kind of give the edge to San Francisco. So, game script. The Colts are not the only team that wants to win. Let me pull up. Where is San Francisco? San Francisco's already clinched a playoff spot. The Seahawks winning, I think technically speaking, If San Francisco wins, they'll be 11-4, which means they're going to be tied with the Rams, who I think there's going to be three teams from actually though they've already clinched. 3 teams from this conference are going in the playoffs. The Seahawks, the Rams, and the 49ers. So all they're doing now is they're kind of trying to play for seeding and trying to potentially get a like home field advantage or just a home game. And I think if the Seahawks and the Rams don't win anymore and the San Francisco wins out, they may get home field advantage because they may win the division. So what I think is going to happen here is I don't think that Phillip Rivers is going to shake off enough rust to beat San Francisco. San Francisco, I think, finally have... I don't think they're suffering any injuries. Let me actually go back to the predictor, and let's look at that real quick. Okay, here. So it looks like they're healthy here, Colts. San Francisco, Kendrick, Jennings, D-Rob, Kittle, CMC, Brock. I think the only way the Colts win is if Jonathan Taylor goes bananas. So as long as San Francisco doesn't let Jonathan Taylor go bananas, San Francisco wins, and he doesn't hit 96.5. Let's go to our team trends here. We're going to look at rushing yards allowed. So we are looking, this is least to most. So that's why when you see a 1, it's red. So nobody has allowed fewer rushing yards per game than the Cincinnati Bengals. Sorry. Most to least. Let me rephrase that. Nobody's allowed more rushing yards than the Bengals. 156 rushing yards a game. And then the least is Jacksonville Jaguars. So we're looking at Colts versus San Francisco. San Francisco, pretty stout. So 108 home, 104 away, so they don't really change on their home versus away. The last game they played, they've allowed 136, 106 on average. So DraftKings has 96.5. Let me see if there's a site that has a much higher line to target the under on. Wait. Oh, I was like, why is this line so low? Oh, I was looking at CMC. We get 100.5 on Bet Rivers. So we were actually looking at DK, which had the lowest line. 100.5 on Bet Rivers. So he can still get 100 yards exactly and still hit. Let me double check 2 things in Discord. So the first thing I want to check is, I don't think we have going under JT on the ban list. I'm just going to triple check the ban list in our Discord channel. That's literally called NFL ban list. No, we're good on that. So now I'm going to go to the NFL data channel, and what we're looking at is the cheat sheets that Joey puts out. You can kind of see them here. I didn't mean to click on that, but yeah, these are the cheat sheets I'm pulling up on Discord. We're trying to see. I don't see under. Yeah, so they don't have to be on the cheat sheet. It's just like an extra like stamp of approval. Like if you look at something, you're like, hey, all this stuff makes sense. Let me see if it's on Joey's cheat sheet, and it is. Then it's like an extra thumbs up. Like, yes, it's hitting at a super high rate, going the direction that Joey's highlighting in his cheat sheets. But yeah, I think let's change this to, what do we say? Bet Rivers had the highest line. 7.7 difference under. Hasn't hit this in 4 straight. As long as they don't like let him go for like a 50-yard scamper, like as long as he is his longest run is, I want to say, 15 yards or less. Like, let's look at that. So his longest rush line is 17.5. His projection longest rush line is 19.28. His longest rush last week was 11, 14, 12. So if, like, this is kind of what I said, like 15 yards or less, I think they can hold him in check. But the reason he got for like the 220 plus yards against Atlanta, he had an 83 yarder, an 80 yarder here, 27 here, but he still didn't hit. So as long as they don't let him bust out for like some crazy one, then I think that's what we can go with. So yeah, that's essentially how we use the app to win more and lose less. Let's keep our 11-day streak going. Any questions, you know where to ask them. The Discord, where you have zero excuses for not joining. If you want to be betting on sports, you should do everything in your power to win more and lose less. If you want to know more about how to do that, ask me in Discord. It's that simple. I'm in there 24/7, 365. Tell me another app in this industry where you have full direct access to ask the CEO questions at any given time. And not just me. There's 20,000 other people who are more than happy to answer your questions. There's no such thing as a dumb question. No matter how dumb you think the question is, I guarantee you nobody's going to mock you or make fun of you, because we all know that everybody starts at a different stage. Some people take a little bit longer to figure out everything and to get comfortable using the app. Some people only take a day. Some people take a few days. It doesn't matter if you're a visual learner, a textual learner, an audible learner. It doesn't matter if it takes you 1 day, 7 days. It will work for you when you try to have it work for you. You have to try. If you do not apply yourself, you will not have success. That's just how it is. It's not rocket science. If you want to have the same level of success as everyone else, you just have to do what everyone else is doing. Use the app how they're using it. Use the Discord how they're using it. Ask questions like they ask questions. Just do better. Try harder. And 2026 is going to be your best betting year of your life. Just apply yourself. See you guys in the Discord. Good luck.